Harbor Freight just released a bunch of great coupons for you to save money during the beginning of August. In this video, we're going to be covering the August Super Coupons, the August Dollar Days coupons, plus I also have a 30% off coupon and a free bucket coupon, all which you can use right now. What more could you ask for? So if you want some hot summer coupons for Harbor Freight, then let's get started with this video. Hello guys and welcome back. Before we start discussing all the deals going on right now at Harbor Freight, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Helps the channel grow and helps you stay up to date with all the best deals going on right now. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the Harbor Freight hot summer deals during the month of August. This is the beginning of August. And if you want to find any of these deals, these coupons, you can find them at my website under the Extras tab. There's a domain right there. Type that into your browser, head on over there, and you can take advantage of these deals anytime you like. All right, so let's see, what do we have available for you during the beginning of August? Well, first, let's start off with a coupon that not everybody gets. You're going to get this because you're subscribed to my channel, you're watching my videos, and I have this coupon. I didn't need it, so I'm going to share it with you guys so that way you can take advantage of it. This is not out there for everyone to get. This is just for you. There you go. You guys that are subbed to my channel, you get this coupon. And the good thing about this free bucket coupon is that you notice you only need to spend 15 bucks. This is not like the normal coupons that they put out all the time, where you got to spend 35 bucks. So the threshold on this guy is much, much lower. And this coupon is good until the 5th, so that means you got way longer than this coupon. You got until the middle of next week, so you got no trouble at all taking advantage of this coupon. And to make things even easier, 15 bucks is not a lot of money to spend. How about you use some of these 30% off coupons this weekend for any little things you need to get? You have a limit of 5 items, right? So that'll get you way over the $15 limit. So this weekend only, you can take advantage from the 1st until the 3rd. You can save yourself 30% on any items $10 and under, a limit of 5 items. That's for everybody out there, the average Joe, Jane, etc. But if you're an ITC member, Inside Track Club member, then you're special. You get to take 30% off on any items $20 and under. Again, limit of 5 from the 1st until the 3rd. And as I understand it, they're improving their system, so hopefully there shouldn't be any more problems with getting the appropriate 30% discount for your $20 and under items. The register should do it all automatically, shouldn't even need a coupon or anything like that. But just in case, if you want to be safe, take a copy of this coupon with you, pull it up on your phone, and they can scan it if for some reason there is a problem. But as I understand it, they're improving their system, so hopefully those little problems will become a thing of the past. I don't know. Let's see. You can tell me if you go and you spend money this weekend, let me know if they give you any trouble with the 30% off coupon, not applying it properly, etc. Make sure, check and see when they're pulling up the stuff and giving you the discount. Make sure it does get applied before you walk away. All right, so you got a bunch of coupons right there you can take advantage of. Let's move on to the Dollar Days items. We start off right here with the $1 items. And we start off with something that's really cool for the kids, a puzzle set. And even though it says new, it's not really new. I mean, maybe they have some new items in here, but they've had these puzzle sets forever. I'll tell you, I got one of these from my daughter like over 20 years ago when she was like maybe 5, 6, something like that. I think I got her this one, the dinosaur, I forget what type of dinosaur that is, but it's a herbivore. It's not really a Tyrannosaurus Rex or anything like that. I don't think they have a T-Rex, but they had one of the herbivores, and I thought it was pretty cool. I think back then they only had like 4 or 5 to choose from, so now obviously they have a whole bunch more to choose from. Back then she was a little kid. I thought it was pretty cute. Now she's a grown woman, so it just sits on the shelf collecting dust. But there you go. You can get the puzzle set for $1, normally $1.50, so you save yourself 50 cents, a big whopping 32% off. If you happen to need a mini razor blade scraper, there you go. You can get one for $1, normally $2, so that's half price right there. Or if you want a 10-foot carabiner tape measure, you can get this little guy for $1. Again, $1.50 most of the time, so that's 50 cents you save yourself. Or how about if you want to do a little bit of polishing, cleaning, buffing your car, that kind of thing? Here you go with the 6-inch microfiber applicator pad with the pocket. That's convenient so you can put your hand in there, and it makes it easier to move it around and actually polish and buff your vehicle. You can get this guy for $1, normally $1.50, save yourself 50 cents. Or how about a 1-inch steel spring clamp? Again, $1, normally $2, save yourself $1. Or how about some magnetic bulldog clip set, 3-piece set for $1? Normally $2.50, so that's 60% off, or like $1.50 you save. You can apply any of these items towards getting that bucket, or even bigger, as we're going to look at some more expensive items a little further on. Or this little screwdriver set, a 6-in-1 screwdriver nut driver. You can get this guy for $2. These guys are pretty convenient. I have a bunch of them. I got them when they were freebies, and I probably have one like in every vehicle, and I have some in my shed in the backyard, in my garage inside, a bunch of them, because they come in really, really handy. And the good thing about them is that you can flip the tips on it to have, large or small Phillips or large or small straight edge screwdriver. Either way, it's very convenient. You don't need to have a bunch of them in your pocket. You just have one and you flip it around as you need it. So $2 right now, normally $2.50, save yourself 50 cents. The only bad thing about these guys, which is very common, not just this particular product, but very common, these little nubs that it has right there, over time, after you use it for quite a while, they all start breaking off. But that's, again, like I said, very common for this type of tool. These little nubs that it has right there to make it easier to grip, they're eventually all going to break off. I know mine, most of them are gone. And here you go if you want a high visibility socket adapter set, 4-piece set for $3. Normally $4.50, so that's about $1.50 you save right there. Very convenient to have these guys on hand. I have this set, worked out just fine. And how about if you need a snap ring pliers with interchangeable heads, you can get this for $3, normally $4, so that's about $1 you save there. Guys, I'm going to say don't get this set because I have it and I've used it and it works out fine. The only problem is it really is very limited, and you're going to spend $3 just like I did. And when you're going to use it, you're going to find that the ring you're going to use it on doesn't work with this set of pliers. It's always like the wrong size, right? So unless you have a very specific one you know you're going to use it on, don't bother. I had to go out and get myself the entire kit with a multitude of sizes in it. So I have this guy just laying around there collecting dust because when I needed to use it, it didn't fit. So I had to get a bigger kit that had more sizes to be able to do it. So what was the point? I bought it so I would have it for when I needed it one day, and it turned out to be useless to me. So it's too limiting. So I would say apply the $3 towards a bigger kit, and you'll be much better off. And how about this guy here, the Truck RV dual head tire gauge? You can get this guy for $3, normally $5.79. So that's about a couple of bucks almost there that you save. Or how about the test probe set, the 5-piece set? I don't know what you're going to probe with this. I mean, it's more like a tooth cleaning kit. That's more what they should call it. But I know they probably can't call it because they don't want people to mistake it for professional dental products. You know how that goes. You say the wrong thing, you get somebody to sue you. You know how that goes. So a test probe kit, I guess that's a generic wording enough that they can get away with it. Here you go. You can get this guy for $3, normally $5, so that's a couple of bucks you save there. But pretty good for, pulling out, O-rings and stuff like that. Anything you got to pick at, it comes in very handy for that. And here you have the 0.5-gallon multi-purpose sprayer for $4, normally $5, so that's $1 you save right there. You know what? I got one of these a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. It's not a bad little sprayer. I like the fact that it has a copper tip on it and so forth. The only thing is, I will warn you, the inside mechanism is not all that great. The pump in the middle is fine. The only thing is that it has to have a rubber O-ring inside there on the plunger to keep the pressure on the side of the walls, obviously. So when you're pumping in air, you don't get any blowback and you don't get the air to escape. Well, that's not made very well because think of it, it's basically a sandwiched item. The O-ring is sandwiched between two plastic parts. Think of it like an ice cream sandwich where you have the two pieces on the outside and the one in the middle. That's the same exact design that's going on there. Unfortunately, the O-ring in the middle is bigger than the two pieces on either side of it. So when you use it enough over time, it's going to start bulging and wrapping itself around in there, and it doesn't work very well after that. And I've had to take it apart a couple times already to clean it, lubricate it, and make it work again. One of these days, I may have to jerry rig something to get it going. So in itself, it's a good little pump, but I would say be very, very careful if you decide to get it because the internals are not very good. You may want to spend an extra $4, $5, $6, whatever the case may be, and get one from Scotts or Home Depot or somebody else. It's a better design. In fact, I had one from Scotts before. I don't know if Home Depot carries it anymore. And that lasted me for many, many years. The inside is still good. The only thing that happened to me was the plastic itself broke and developed a leak. That's why I had to get another one. Actually, I think most of these pumps are interchangeable, so I could actually take this plastic container and attach it to the Scotts one, and I'll be back in business. So I may wind up doing that, or I may take the internals from the Scotts and put it on this one to jerry-rig it and keep it going. The Scotts one is still going. It's just it got a leak on the plastic container, and that's the problem I ran into. So just fair warning for you. And here you go. If you're looking for a 1/2 inch forged cargo D-ring anchor, you can get it for $4, normally $5. Save yourself $1. Or the Ames non-contact voltage tester, you can get this guy for $4, normally $5. Save yourself $1. You know, these guys aren't too bad. I have one. I've had it for a multitude of years now, 5, 6 years. Comes in handy every so often when you want to test something out and make sure you got power, especially if you're doing some electrical work. Great to keep it in your pocket. Make sure that the wire is not live before you put your hands on it. So for $4, it's a good safety item. And here you go with the 4-inch polyurethane rigid caster for $4, normally $6. Save a couple of bucks there. Or the Braun 250 lumens portable folding LED work light for $5, normally $8. Save a couple of bucks there also. Or the 7x9 foot camouflage all-purpose weather-resistant tarp for $5. There you go, normally $8, so that's a couple of bucks you save, and it's camouflage, so those black helicopters won't be able to see what you're covering up in your backyard. And how about some blade fuse assortment 60-piece set from Storehouse? You can get it for $6, normally $10, that's about $4 you save. Comes in standard or ATM mini. And I will tell you, I almost got this set a while back, but I found that for about $6, I could get a set on Amazon that's about 260 pieces, not just 60. So I decided to get that instead. So if you're not in a big hurry, check out Amazon. You can get it shipped to you in 2 or 3 days if you can wait that long, and you can get a much bigger bundle and save yourself a lot of money. And every time I mention that, I have some people say, well, they're made in China and they're crappy, the ones from Amazon. Well, where do you think these guys come from? Honestly, everything at Harbor Freight comes from China also, so they're probably all made in the same factory. It doesn't really make that much difference. Unless you can get one that says made in the US of A, then you go. There you go. Get that one instead if you want. But how about if you want some 24 by 2 inch axle strap with D-rings? There you go. $6 for that guy. Normally 10. Again, about $4 you save. Or the Vanguard 15-foot 16 3-gauge indoor-outdoor extension cord, a black one, for $7 right now. Normally 10, it's about $3 you save. Or the Grant's Cotton Terry cleaning towels, 14 by 16 inch, a 12-pack. Get this set for $7, normally $8, save $1 there. Or how about if you want some braided charging cable, USB to USB-C 6-footer for $8, normally 10, save a couple of bucks. Or how about from Brennan, the 9-inch long nose locking pliers, get it for $8, normally 12. That's about $4 you save there. Or the 150 lumens wall mount solar security lights, your choice, white or black. You can get it for $9, normally 13. That's about $3 or $4 you save. And these guys are not very bright. They're only 115 lumens, so I would say you can compare it to moonlight. It's not going to scare away anybody. It's just going to maybe light it up enough so you can see your key when you're unlocking your door. You can see the steps so you don't trip, that kind of thing. But it's not really going to be extremely bright, and it's not going to scare away intruders, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's move on to the super coupons, all the more expensive stuff that you can get right now during the beginning of August. And all these super coupons are good until the 17th, so even a little bit longer than the dollar days. So here you go. If you're looking for a portable generator, the 1800-watt gas-powered portable generator from Predator, you can get this guy for $300 right now. Normally $350, save yourself $50. Or if you want one of these mini steel toolboxes, you can get this guy right now for $15. Normally $19, so that's about $4 you save on that guy. Comes in 3 colors, black, blue, or red. And there you go. That right there will get you the free bucket that I showed you earlier You can use that coupon. Buy one of these guys, get the free bucket, you're all set. And I should point out, some of these yields are actually not too bad. Some of these coupons are pretty decent. You can wait until the upcoming parking lot sale. And if you haven't seen my video on the parking lot sale, I do have that on my channel page where you can catch up on all the great things that are coming up for that parking lot sale in just a couple of weeks. And that way you can see if there's anything in here that you want to get or if there's any items that you want to wait for during the parking lot sale. And like this jack, I believe this jack is on sale during the parking lot sale. I think maybe it's about the same amount. I don't remember offhand, but it seems like a very close price right there. So if it's about 110 bucks, then you really don't even have to wait for the parking lot sale. But here you go with the Pittsburgh 3-ton floor jack with rapid pump for 110 bucks, normally 160, so you save yourself 50 bucks. Or here's a convenient little thing to have, an 8-inch magnetic torpedo level with angle finder. Very convenient to have one of these guys on hand, and it's very inexpensive, only $250. Hey, this is one of the guys you can get 30% off this weekend if you want to do that. So right now with this coupon, you're looking at $250, normally $4. So there you go, that's 37% off. Actually, it's probably better with this coupon instead of using the 30% off because you cannot generally combine two different things. You can't get it at $250 and get 30% off of that. At least I don't think they're going to let you do that. They always say you can't combine coupons. So there you go. How about if you want a hardwood workbench? The Yukon 60-inch 3-drawer hardwood workbench for 150 bucks right now, normally 180, so you save yourself 30 bucks. And how about if you want a multi-rail socket tray? It holds 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch sockets. You can get it for 17 bucks right now, normally 20. So that's a few bucks you save. Comes in SAE or metric. There you go. That guy holds quite a lot of stuff. Really inexpensive for only 16 bucks. And this guy right here, if you want this guy, now this is not on the parking lot sale. They have the 9-drawer one on the parking lot sale, but this one is not. So if you want to get this guy, you can get it right here with this coupon. The Yukon 46-inch mobile workbench with solid wood top. You can get this guy for $280 right now. Normally $300, save yourself 20 bucks. Comes in red, black, or blue. And you have a couple of winches there to pick from Badlands, 2,500 pound capacity or 9,500 pound capacity. There you go for either 60 bucks or $280. And if you want yourself a welder, you can get this guy. And I don't think this guy's on the parking lot sale either. They only have like 1 or 2 welders on the parking lot sale. So if you see any ones that you like in this coupon set, you might be better off getting them. But here you go with the titanium stick 225 inverter welder with electrode holder for $290, normally $300, so that's 10 bucks you save right there. Or if you want a big tarp, here you go with the 11-foot by 19-foot heavy-duty reflective all-purpose weather-resistant tarp for only 20 bucks, normally 23, so that's a few bucks you save there. And another winch right there, the 3,500 pound capacity UTV winch with automatic load holding brake for 110 bucks, normally 140, save yourself 30 bucks. And these guys right here, the Warrior 3 set of the step drill bits, here you go for 10 bucks, normally 14, save a few bucks there. And these are ones, the step drill bit sets they have on the parking lot sale. I can't remember if it's 35 or 40% off that they have on all step drill bits. So that may be a way to save yourself some good money. This right here is only 28%. So if you want to wait a couple weeks, you can save yourself even more. And it applies to all of them. So it doesn't matter if it's Warrior, Hercules, or any of the other drill bit sets that they have. You can save a lot more money. And let's see, here you go with the Black Widow Professional Gravity Feed Spray Gun. Your choice of with either a side fan control or rear fan control. They're both HVLP guns. Right now you can get this guy for 150 bucks, normally 180, so that's 30 bucks off. And I got a video coming up real soon where I do a comparison with the spray gun that I got, comparing it to this guy. And this guy has a pretty good warranty. Now it has a 3-year warranty. They just started that, just so you know. If you bought this previously, then you don't have the 3-year warranty. They just started in May where they started applying to this guy a 3-year warranty. So if you bought it before May, you only got 90 days. After May, then they started applying a 3-year warranty. So just be advised, you're getting a good warranty only if you bought it recently. And here you go if you want a front wheel drive axle lock nut set, 1/2-inch drive, 7-piece set. Right now, 40 bucks, normally 60, so that's about 20 bucks you save on that guy. And let's see, what else do we have? Here you go with another winch. Here's the Badlands 5,500 pound UTV long drum winch with synthetic rope for 200 bucks, normally 260, so that's 60 bucks you save. And if you want yourself a weather-resistant tarp, 12-foot by 20-foot mesh all-purpose weather-resistant tarp, $47 right now, normally $55. That's 14% off on that guy. What else do we have? How about the Bauer 1600 watt 12 amp 14 temperature dual speed heat gun for $28, normally $35. So that's about $6-7 you save on that guy. And if you're looking for a portable tire inflator, here you go from Pittsburgh, the 12-volt portable tire inflator with LED light. You can get this guy for $13 right now, normally $15. That's a couple of bucks you save. And these guys right here, again, remember, you can save money on these guys, more money during the parking lot sale. So I would suggest not getting these guys right now. The Hercules Cobalt Step Drill Bit Set, 12 steps, 8 steps on the two of these guys, $35 right now, normally $50. So you're only saving 30%. Wait till the parking lot sale. You can get either 35 or 40. I forget exactly what that is. So you can save more money at the parking lot sale. Same as these guys right here. The half-inch drive 50 to 250 foot-pound professional click-type torque wrench from Icon. You can get this guy right now for $120, normally $140, so you save $20. But again, they have these guys on sale during the parking lot sale. In fact, all click-type torque wrenches, all torque wrenches, I believe it is, digital or click-type, they're on sale during the parking lot sale for either, again, 30, 35, 40%. Those are the big numbers on the front of the ad. I can't remember each and every one of them, but I do know that you can save big money on the torque wrenches if you want to save during the parking lot sale. So if you're in no hurry, just wait. In a couple of weeks, you can save money on that. And here you go. How about a breaker bar? Now, these are not on the parking lot sale. The Pittsburgh 1/2 inch drive 25-inch breaker bar for $12, normally $18, save a few bucks there. Or the Fortress 4-gallon 200 psi high-performance oil-free hand-carry job site air compressor. These guys are not on the parking lot sale. I don't believe this guy is. They may have a 6-gallon, but I don't think this guy is. $220 for this guy right now, normally $240, so you save yourself $20. And from Quinn, here you go with the 3/8-inch drive SAE metric high visibility socket set, 35-piece set for $35. That's about $1 a piece. Normally $40, so you save yourself about $5 there. Or how about if you need a work center hutch? The US General 72 by 22-inch work center hutch, $630 right now, normally $700, so that's $70 you save. Comes in 8 colors: black, green, orange, yellow, red, white, gray, or blue. Save yourself some good money on that guy. And how about if you need a vise? Here you go from Central Machinery. The 5-inch swivel vise with anvil for $50, normally $60. Save about $10 there. Or if you want yourself a little tool bag, here you go from Hercules. 18-inch tool bag with 28 pockets for $20, normally $25. So that's about $5 you save on that guy. Or how about some really long jumper cables? The Viking 20-foot, that's really long. 4-gauge heavy-duty jumper cables for $25. Normally $28, so that's a few bucks you save there. Man, most jumper cables are like 6, 7, 8 feet, something like that, maybe 12, but 20, that's really long. So there you go, save money on that guy. Or if you want some inexpensive little funnel set, the 4-piece funnel set from Harbor Freight, you can get this guy for 99 cents. Really tiny little funnels, great for filling all sorts of little stuff. Normally $180, so you save yourself 80 cents on that guy. Or from Bauer, the impact drill and driver bit set, 35 pieces for $17, normally $22, so you save a few bucks there. Again, only 22%. I don't know if this one's going to be on sale or not. I mean, I know all the drill bits are on sale, but the drill and driver bit set, I don't know if these would be covered in the parking lot sale under their discounted pricing. So that would be something interesting to check out. You may want to ask the manager. That way you know if it'll be covered and if you should wait for that one, because that's a much bigger discount instead of 22% off. And how about if you need the Earthquake XT 1/2 inch stubby air impact wrench with jumbo hammers, 700 foot-pound capacity for $70, normally $80, so that's about $10 you save there. Or here you go from Icon, the heavy-duty commercial truck U-joint puller. You can get this guy for $85, normally $110, so that's $25 you save there. Or how about some wire connector assortment set, 158 piece. You can get this from Storehouse for about $4, normally $5. Save yourself $1 on that guy. I always like to point out, you could probably get a bigger set on Amazon for about the same price or maybe cheaper. So unless you need it right now and you need to run to the store and grab it, Sometimes you can save yourself even more money on Amazon if you're willing to wait for a couple of days. I mean, if you're a Prime member, you generally get it like the next day. But if you're not, you can just wait 2 or 3 days and it'll be at your door anyway. And here you go. Here's another little inexpensive 6-inch torpedo level with magnetic strip. These guys come in really handy for all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's not something you use every day. At least I don't. I have one of these guys. I mean, it's $2. It's really cheap. Normally $2.50, so you save yourself 50 cents. But the other day I was hanging a garage door opener, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't hanging, cattywampus, all sideways and stuff. It has to be at an angle going towards the door, but you want it to be level in the other direction. And I pulled out this little guy that I don't use very often, and since it's magnetic, just pop it on top of the garage door opener, hangs onto all the metal parts, and you can see if you're level or not as you're setting up all your bracketry to hold it in place properly. So there you go. And let's see, here we are, guys. That's all that we have this time for the coupons for Harbor Freight. A lot of stuff that you can save yourself money at Harbor Freight for the beginning of August. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.